Welcome back to B-Dubs Cubs for game number 49 of the 1998 Sammy Sosa replay. Quick recap before we get to the starting lineups. Through 48 games of the replay, Sammy Sosa is 70 for 201, which comes out to a 348 average. He has 21 home runs, 54 RBIs. He has scored 47 runs and stolen 8 bases. Game number 49 was originally played on May 24th, 1998 in Atlanta. And without further ado, your starting lineups. Leading off and playing second base for the Cubs, Manny Alexander. Hitting second, playing center field, Jose Hernandez. Hitting third at first base, it's amazing, Mark Grace. Hitting fourth in right field, the man we've all come to see, Sammy Sosa. Hitting fifth at shortstop, Jeff Blauser. Hitting sixth, playing left field today, Matt Mieske. Hitting seventh at third base, Kevin Ory. Hitting eighth, behind the dish, Scott Service. And batting ninth on the mound for the Chicago Cubs, starting pitcher, Steve Traxel. Traxel is a grade C pitcher with a Y modifier. And now for your home team, the Atlanta Braves. Leading off and playing shortstop, Ozzie Guillen. Hitting second, playing second base, Keith Lockhart. Hitting third at third base, Chipper Jones. Hitting fourth at first base, the big cat, Andres Galarraga. Hitting fifth in left field, Ryan Klesko. Hitting sixth behind the plate, Javi Lopez. Hitting seventh in right field, Michael Tucker. Hitting eighth in center field, Andrew Jones. And batting ninth for your Atlanta Braves, starting pitcher, Tom Glavine. Glavine is an A pitcher with a Y modifier. As always with our 1998 Sammy Sosa replay, we will be back with every Sammy Sosa at bat, and we will see if Sammy Sosa can hit number 22. And stepping into the box for his first at-bat of the game, Sammy Sosa, just a little recap. Glavine struck out Alexander to lead off the game. He then got Jose Hernandez to ground out to Ozzie Guillen at short, a 6-3 put up for out number 2. Mark Grace came up with 2 men out and lined a single into right field, which brings up Sammy Sosa. Runner on first, 2 out. Glavine takes the sign from Lopez. He comes set, stares at Grace at first base. Grace takes a step back towards first. Glavine delivers to Sosa. 53. That's going to be a 16 on a 2. That's going to be a base hit into center field. Sammy Sosa. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I did not have the chart flipped. A 16 on with a runner on first. It's a high fly ball to center field. Andrew Jones camps under it, calls it, catches it, to end the inning. So Sosa flies out to center field in his first at-bat. We will be back with Sammy Sosa's second at-bat of the game. Stepping up now for his second at-bat of the game, here in the top of inning number 4 is going to be Sammy Sosa. In his first at-bat, Sosa flew out to the center fielder, Andrew Jones. Just a little game recap. The Braves lead this game 2-0. They did score 1 in the bottom of the first inning. They did so on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Ryan Klesko. They scored another run in the third with no hits. In that inning, Steve Traxel walked 2, hit a batter. And there was an error on the second baseman that did not result in the run, but the error was on Manny Alexander at second base. Sacrifice fly in the third off the bat of Tucker, the right fielder for the Braves. So the Braves lead this one 2-0. Glavine's still on the bump. He's pitching a very effective game. He's only given up 2 hits in the ball game. Sosa steps in for his second at bat here in the fourth. Glavine gets a sign, goes into the wind, and he delivers a 51 for Sosa. That's going to be an 8 on a. It's going to be a high pop fly. Got under it. Chipper Jones 2 steps inside the foul line, right by the third base bag. He gloves it, and Sosa has popped out to Chipper Jones in his second at-bat for the first out here in the fourth inning. We will be back for Sammy Sosa's third at-bat of this ballgame. We are back in this game for Sosa's third at-bat of the game. We have had some excitement here in the sixth. Just a game recap. Steve Traxel's day is done. He goes 4 innings, gives up 2 runs, both earned on 3 hits. He walked 5, struck out 3. The walks really contributed to a high pitch count here, which shortened his day. Terry Mulholland came in and pitched the 5th. He allowed the first 2 runners to reach, but then struck out Lopez, got Tucker to pop out to the catcher, and then induced a 4-3 ground out off the bat of Andrew Jones, which brings us to the 6th. Tom Glavine was cruising, folks, only 2 hits through 5. But here in the 6th, he gave up a leadoff home run to Jose Hernandez over the right field fence, and then Mark Grace followed that up with a shot over the right field fence of his own. So the Cubs have back-to-back home runs here in the 6th. We are tied at 2. Sammy Sosa steps in. The pitching coach for Atlanta heads back to the dugout. Glavine glares in at Lopez, gets the sign, and he's in his windup. Here is the pitch. Sosa, 21. He just missed that. A 13. He struck him out. Sosa was guessing fastball, got the curveball. Glavine gets him swinging for the first out of the inning. We will be back with Sammy Sosa's 4th at bat. We leave you here in the top of the 6th. The Cubs Braves tied at 2. 1 out in the top of the 6th. We'll see you for Sammy Sosa's next at bat. We are back for Sammy Sosa's 4th at bat of the game. Just a little game recap. The Cubs ended up scoring 3 runs in the top of the 6th. They got home runs from Hernandez and Grace, and they got an RBI double for Kevin Ory. So Tom Glavine was cruising through 5, but ran into some major trouble in the 6th. The line on Glavine, 6 innings pitched, 3 runs. They're all 3 earned. He gave those up on 5 hits while walking 3 and striking out 7. Kerry Lightenberg has entered the game for Atlanta. He pitched a scoreless 7th. He's back out here for the 8th inning. Sammy Sosa steps up. Lightenberg just struck out Mark Grace. It's already his 3rd strikeout here in 4 batters faced. The only person that put any wood on the ball against Lightenberg was Jose Hernandez, who flew out to the right fielder to end inning number 7. But here we are. Sammy Sosa steps to the plate against Lightenberg. 1 away. Cubs leading 3-2. Lightenberg winds and delivers. The pitch to Sosa is a 65, a 35. It's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Galarraga scoops it, takes it to the bag himself. Sosa, here in the 8th, grounds out 3 unassisted. We will be back if Sosa steps to the plate for a bat number 5. If not, we will be back with game totals and more after this. And this one, fans, has come to an end, and what an ending it was. The Braves hold on. They come back in the 8th to take a 5-3 lead. The Cubs would add a home run by Henry Rodriguez in the 9th. But the final score, the Braves win this one 5-4. A crazy 9th inning, crazy 8th inning for the Braves, as Terry Adams let the first 2 men reach. Jones with a base hit to left, and then he walked Eduardo Perez. Mark Piscata came in with 2 on, nobody out. Induced a fielder's choice ground out off the bat of Guillen. Hernandez to home plate. Scott Service, the runner, was out at home. Piscata then walked Lockhart. With the bases loaded, Rod Beck comes in, looking for a 5-out save in this one. Beck comes in. The first batter he faces, Eduardo Perez. The ball got past Service, but not far enough. Perez thought it bounced to the backstop. Eduardo Perez is caught stealing home for the 2nd out of the 8th inning. And just when you thought Rod Beck was going to get out of trouble, Chipper Jones blasts a 3-run home run over the center field fence. Mieske slammed into the wall, could not get his glove on the ball. The ball clears the fence. Chipper Jones, a 3-run home run, which put the Braves up 5-3. Henry Rodriguez, a 2-out home run in the 9th, but it was not enough for the Cubs. Rocker gets pinch hitter Glenn Allen Hill to ground out to Andres Galarraga for the 3 unassisted putout to end the game. Sammy Sosa in this one goes 0 for 4. His numbers on the season, 70 for 204. He's hitting .342. He's got 21 home runs, 54 RBIs, 47 runs, and 8 stolen bases. Actually, he's 70 for 205. He's hitting 341, I'm sorry. 21 home runs, 54 RBIs, 47 runs, and 8 stolen bases. The winning pitcher in this one is Mark Leitenberg for the Braves. He goes 2 innings, does not give up anything, strikes out 3. John Rocker with the save. He goes an inning, gives up a hit, a run, it's earned. He didn't walk any. He struck out 1. The losing pitcher in this one is going to be Mark Piscata, who gives up 2 earned runs in the 8th inning for the loss. Traxel only goes 4 innings. Mulholland 2 scoreless relief innings. Terry Adams an inning of scoreless relief. Mark Piscata only gets an out. He pitches a third of an inning, gives up 2 earned runs. Rod Beck comes in, pitches 2/3 of an inning, gives up a run himself when Chipper Jones scored on a home run. So long for now from B-Dubs Cubs. We will be back tomorrow for game number 50 of the 1998 Sammy Sosa replay. By the way, the Cubs fall in this one. They drop the record to 22-27. We'll see you tomorrow.